Hello, Playdate. This is Don.
This is Nick.
And I'm Ryan.
This week we are covering Playdate news.
Recent indie releases.
And wrapping up season 2 of the Playdate games on this, our 90th episode. Did you guys know that? Did you know this is our 90th episode?
Of course,
It
I
depends
did.
on how you count, right?
We're both keeping track.
I counted
Yeah.
correctly.
Okay.
I
Okay.
started at 1 and then ended up at 90. How did you count, Nick?
That's how we do, right? Nick,
I
what's the
index
alternate method?
starting at 0.
I did not
Hmm.
count the interview episodes, but
Mm.
I only counted the regular episodes.
I
Don't
see.
tell the interviewees that you
Is
didn't
that
count them.
is that how you would have counted them, Nick? Well, we started numbering the interview episodes, and then nobody did interview episodes anymore.
Well,
But they were on
that's your
there.
thing. You like numbering stuff, so you numbered them
I do enjoy
and you
numbering things.
interviewed
It
them.
helps me feel like I have a sense of control over life, which is false, but helps me feel that way.
They don't interview the nightly news.
What?
They don't, excuse me, they don't number the nightly news. They're like, this
Oh,
is
okay. I was like, what are
episode
you talking about?
9621.
But wouldn't that be cool if you could keep track of that and know in your
I
heart
guess
that there were
that's
9,679 news broadcasts?
Hey, you all. Not to move on from this topic, but did you know that if you take 90 and divide it by 3, each one of us has done 30 full episodes worth?
that's true. That's a
Meaning that
statistic.
we've each of us spoken for approximately an hour straight 30 times? Is that,
Yeah, I'm
is
just
that
I'm,
what
I'm
you're
just
getting at?
changing math. That's all.
Huh. Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
let's go.
speaking of what does Don say? Let's get on with the show. What do you say?
Sure, that works. Ryan, SN Studios teased a new Tochi game.
Oh, skibbity boop boop. That sounds like a news and note. Let's hear all about it because, oh, dear listener, do you remember a month ago? No, a fortnight ago, 2 episodes ago is now a fortnight because we're on this season 2 weekly schedule. I am not always doing the news and notes, so I am genuinely surprised about this news. Please regale me with Tochi news.
Yeah, they said they're back again with Tochi Owlglass coming sometime in the future.
Yes.
And so they put a little GIF out there on Blue Sky.
Ooh, I'm looking at it right now. Thank you for the link. Oh, looks
Yes,
Tochi-rific.
indeed it does. So always love
Hmm.
their art style, and it looks like a nice little top-down adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something to look forward to.
And again, it seems like each one of their games is just getting progressively better and better. So, again, every time one's released, SN Studios looking even more forward to it. Awesome. Thank you for finding that, Don.
Nice thick line weights.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes. So anyway, well, I'm sure you'll hear more about it as news emerges.
Excellent.
Hey, you all.
Hey,
Did you
Nick.
know that there are new episodes of the official Playdate podcast? They're covering some more of the releases for season 2, and we've got a link in the show notes. And also, we have a link to Cheyenne McDonald's articles on Engadget. Um,
So, can I chime in with an actually? Because I
Yeah,
actually think that there's
actually, it up because
not.
there's not
there's
new
not
episodes, I'm
new.
aware.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, that's the thing. I was
Hmm.
really surprised they came out with one for one of the games we reviewed last week, but not Chase Chance's special
Chance's
Lucky
Lucky Escape.
Escape.
yeah, that's the one. I was really surprised at that because like Julia Minamata's done a ton of interviews. I would think she'd be ready to do one. And perhaps the dev himself. And then we didn't get any for Taria and Como or the other game, which is Black Hole Havoc this week. Um, yeah, I'm a little confused. I hope everything's all right in Krista Mergen land. Maybe we should reach out to her and see if all is well. Krista, are you okay? We haven't heard from you recently.
Now let's find out. Yeah, I was hoping to hear one from Goloso Games on Chase's Lucky Chances. I always keep call it Chase. Chance's Lucky Escape.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe they're just sitting in the hopper getting their final polish or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll hope for the best.
But there will be a link regardless to the podcast.
Yeah.
And also to Cheyenne McDonald's articles on Engadget.
That there was
So,
a new one about the current, well, the games that we're discussing today.
okay. So, Ryan, that brings us to an article that you put in here. Tell us all about it.
Oh, yes. I found a Verge article and came out of retirement this week to put a news article in here. It says season 2 sucked me back into the Playdate. And basically, it's just a feel-good article about season 2. Welcome to get in there and read through it. But I don't know. I sort of feel like you and me and our listeners know that this is the business, all this season 2 stuff. But in case you know somebody who's unconvinced, hey, here's an article that might convince them.
Very cool.
Very good.
Well, Ryan, I was looking at some Panic socials before the podcast here, and one of them mentioned a new app by
Iorama.
Iorama Studio, and they were the makers of
Grand
So
Tour
much
Legends.
suspense.
Grand Tour Legends. Ryan, you're
Okay.
breaking the illusion. Anyway, so this is a risograph painting.
Bam. Try it again. Risograph.
All right. Risograph. Okay.
Yes.
I've never heard that word or that term, and I don't know what it is. And so I
Okay.
put this in the show notes to ask you specifically, Ryan, what is that?
Awesome. Okay. So first, for our dear listeners, this is not Playdate related, but it is Playdate adjacent because of a Playdate developer making it. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So a risograph, if you don't know what a risograph is, you are part of 99.9% of the population, and it probably means that you're not big into the indie comics or zine scene, but a risograph printer is sort of like a how do I describe it? Like a laserjet printer that only prints in one color, but you can choose which color it's going to print. But when it prints in sort of a stochastic dot method. Don, don't sweat it. I'm going to tell you what that means. Stochastic printing method means it's like a bunch of little dots with sort of a random orientation rather than like halftone where all the dots are in lines and in very regular positions away from one another. That you would see on something like a screen printed shirt with a gradient. There's not an actual gradient. It's a bunch of dots made up of different sizes. That's more regular. That is not what a risograph is. A risograph is that stochastic printing method where the dots are smaller and more randomly placed. Now, with that printer, not only can you print one color at a time, but you can replace that printer cartridge color, that toner color, and then run that same paper through again and print a second color on top of it. So you could have like a duotoned image or do it 3 times or 4 times or however many times you want. But essentially that is a risograph printer. And if you ever see colors that are like super vibrant, like almost fluorescent in color, you cannot get that from a standard CMYK laserjet printer. It just doesn't happen from cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. But you can have things like fluorescent colors as the singular color that a risograph printer prints. Does that help?
It does.
Okay.
Thanks for that explanation. Now, I do have one quick follow-up before we move on. And you mentioned that it takes toner cartridges. Is that correct? Because if it's shooting out ink at specific, or non-specific coordinates, it seems like that would be ink rather than toner.
That might be the case. I've not printed any of my work on Rezo. I know a number of folks who have, and basically the toner or ink, whatever it is transparent. So you can overprint and get different colors. So like if you printed 2 colors, let's say yellow and blue, and they overlap, you get a third color, green. Or you can do that
Whoa.
in different amounts so that they overlap differently, like more blue than yellow, and you get a little bit of
Okay.
a yellowy green or
Th-
yellowy blue, etc.
this is
Um,
quite cool, Ryan. Thank you so much for explaining this.
it is super cool, and I love Rezo printed stuff, but I've never done one myself. It sounds like a lot of work, and I typically But what, it doesn't matter. I haven't done Rizo before, but it
Okay.
is very cool,
Um,
despite
so
me not doing it.
if you're interested at all from this long technical explanation of risograph, right? Um, then you can check out this app called Grain Touch by Iorama, which is available now. Next up, I wanted to talk about Games Done Quick. This is the first year that they've had a Playdate game in the competition,
Huh?
and there was a casual birder speed run, and there'll be a link to that video in the show notes.
Boy, howdy.
Let's
How
see.
long did that take? Do you know?
I think about 30 minutes. It's like 20 some minutes.
Okay, I was
Um,
gonna say, oh wow, 23 minutes for the whole video. Goodness.
yeah.
Boy, I played that long and did not get close to finishing it.
Well, you're not competition ready yet.
I guess
Um,
not. I'll have to try a few more times. Do you know
okay,
where this takes place and where this speedy fellow is from? I have too
that
many
I don't
questions for
know.
you. I'm sorry. I should watch the
You
video
do.
and learn more things. You had questions for me. I'm
Uh,
just firing back.
I do. No, I appreciate that. I apologize for my lack of education. Um,
I appreciate you giving us a link so that we can answer our own questions.
you're welcome. All right. Next up, I wanted to take another sidebar. This is an amusing uh, little sidebar about music. And Dan Golding, who is the composer of Untitled Goose Game, is playing the honk in a stage performance of the Untitled Goose Concerto.
What is a honk?
Concerto
Wait,
for
do you know that?
I mispronounced a word just a moment ago, so I would like to fix that. The Untitled Goose Concerto for Orchestra and Honk. And yes, you'll have to watch the link in the show notes. It's an Instagram reel. If you don't have Instagram, my apologies, but it is quite awesome. So check that out.
Wow. Okay. I fired it up and watched it silently as you were speaking. This is like a must click. Please go click this
Yes,
link.
it's this is why I included it, even though it is only lightly Playdate related. Wow, I am
There you
really
go.
messing up tonight.
You
Yeah,
got this. You got
it's
this.
panic related. But anyway, speaking of Playdate related, though, let's hop into Uncranked Corner. It's going to be a bit of a small one this episode, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone is pointed to uncrankedpdzine.substack.com, and that's where you can stay up to date on all the Uncranked happenings on their Substack. And that'll be
So
linked in the
if you
show
missed
notes as
that,
well.
Nick said, if you want to know about anything uncranked, go find out yourself.
Was that not helpful, Ryan?
Hey, it just goes to maybe extend the life of me as a co-host on this show just a little bit longer. I mean, I know there are people who might want me not around, but maybe they'll want me around a little longer now.
Okay. Well, anyway, um, let's talk about Destination Update.
Yay.
Okay. We have season 2, week 5
6.
game 6. Are
Yeah,
the week 6 games on there now?
that's what we're
Okay.
playing.
All right. Well, they're there. They're linked in the show notes.
And I didn't mention it,
Uh,
but he also did Super Agent, which we're going to talk about here in a second.
Cool.
cool. All right. Well, that
Also,
is all the news and notes. And preempting Ryan, let's hop into indie inventory
hibbity
and
boop boop
talk
boop.
about some catalog releases.
Uh,
Um,
P.S. Can
go,
I just do one more wrap up news and note before we continue with
I'm
the
sorry, we're
indie
out of the
inventory?
section, Ryan. It's too late.
I really wanted to say how happy I am that we don't have to keep saying, oh, it's a spoiler. We're just going to point you to a thing, but we're not going to tell you anything about it. Oh, I'm so happy that we don't have to do that anymore. We can
Don
talk
and I
about
are
all the
gonna
season 2
have
games.
you add spoilers to everything from now on. Um, okay. So catalog. Would you all like for me to take this section?
Don, are you
Uh,
up for this?
I can at least talk about the first one. Goblin Village by Irish Jiminy is out now. It
Irish
is
Jiminy.
$4, currently $3 though. And this is a roguelike village building game. But talking about Uncranked Corner, you can add passwords here, and there's a password of Uncranked. If you put in the password Uncranked, you get some I guess I won't spoil it, Ryan. No, you get a
Oh,
buff.
we're back.
You get
We're
a buff in the
back.
game. So I recommend if you grab the game, throw in Uncranked as a password to get a little bonus
A
material
surprise.
or a little
Okay,
bonus. They're
cool.
not materials. You get a little bonus, but
Where
it's really
did you
cool.
where did you find out about this uncranked password?
I think it tells you in the game.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember where I saw it in the game, but I was checking out the password thing, like, oh, what are the passwords in here? And it alluded to using that password, and it worked.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, but
This the village building graphics look lovely. I love this isometric village that I see on the bottom GIF here. Ooh, so nice.
uh, so you do see that image, but most of the game is text-based. So
Okay.
yeah, you're mostly sending people out to scavenge for supplies or food, and then building up, getting more goblins. And there's all these different leaders, and each leader has different perks. And then the more expeditions you do, the more pieces of the story that you unlock. And so there's all these different events that can happen. It plays like an early PC game, I guess. I don't know what this type of game is called, but you played something similar. What was that candy game? You know what I'm talking about, Nick? There's like an text-based candy PC game. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Oh, Nick, I need you. Um, oh,
I've failed you. I'm sorry.
candy text
This on the heels of the news and oh boy, Nick,
Candy Box.
come on.
Candy Box. You reminded me of Candy Box. You remember that game?
I've never heard of that.
Dude, how have you not played Candy Box? How is this possible? Anyway, it reminded me of Candy Box.
Sorry.
Game shame.
Dude,
Game
I am
shame.
shocked right now.
Oh,
Wow.
Candy
Okay.
Box, so good, Nick. You got to play
I guess
Candy
I know
Box.
what I'm doing right after this show.
You got to start playing Candy Box.
I
Anyway,
thought we were above
Okay.
that.
Oh
Okay.
my
Is
okay,
this
gosh.
a
I
new
see it.
game?
no.
Is this an old game?
I played it probably 20 years ago, I'm guessing.
It's an online game. I've never been online before.
Okay. Well,
Is
get
it-
some cans and string and we'll get you going on Candy Box. It's a really fun text-based browser game.
You
was
got to
released in
update that
2013.
that potato
2013.
computer to a turnip rig, and then you'll be able to access it.
It's so
I
good.
think I should be able to handle this on just about anything.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, thanks
yes.
for pointing that out to me.
Similar feels. It has over 1,000 events, and it's tough. Yeah, like my longest run is 19 days, and then I ran out of food, and all my goblins died. So anyway, lots of fun. Definitely worth a look.
Okay.
Goblin Village. This is our Goblin Village episode, and I think we're out of time now. But I really enjoyed Goblin
All right.
Village.
Lots of
All right,
words,
moving
lots of
on.
goblins.
This is
Got it.
Hold on, it's Goblin Village by Irish Jiminy, and it's
Irish
$4 currently, $3 in catalog.
It's also on itch. All right,
And
next
so
up.
I get to read this again when we do the sale games, right? Yes.
Yes, you do. Next up is The Long Arc by Elephant Star Balloon, $8. It's similar to Castle Storm, where you're lobbing
Ooh.
arrows
Ah.
and different
All right.
things at
have
warriors coming and attacking your castle. Yes, Nick.
I have an immediate question looking at these gifts.
We have a lot of
decision was
questions this episode.
I know. Whose decision was it to build a keep at the bottom of a depression?
Poor planning. It's modern day.
It is poor planning.
Albuquerque road planning was in charge of this Long
Ooh,
Arc.
shots
Yes.
fired, Albuquerque.
Shots fired. Yeah.
Can I point out another graphical thing in the third GIF? The transparency effect is lovely on
yes. Ooh,
this.
okay.
What do you think of that, Ryan?
I am all about it, especially since it's not the main tile
Primary
you're supposed to
graphic,
be
right?
looking at. Yes, that's
Yes.
awesome.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
just looking at that and very impressed.
Totally.
If you have dithering on your bingo card, get ready.
5 stars from Nick. And if you have elephant in the name of your developer name, another 5 stars from Ryan. Elephant Star Balloon. How great is that name?
That's pretty great.
That is pretty good. Yeah. It's very solid.
And they're not threatening to eat that elephant, so that's good too.
Yeah.
Not
Does look fun.
infringing on anyone's copyright. Okay, anyway.
I like
Lovely
that logo
game.
too. I'm smashing the wish list button.
Excellent.
Looks pretty good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All
So
right.
this game, have we talked about what it is at all?
I don't know,
Um,
but anything made by Mepho has my ears perked up. What is this all about?
okay. Well, this is the Long Arc, and it is $8 on catalog, and it is
Oh, wait,
a
what?
tower defense. You had moved on. I'm still back at the Long Arc,
Oh,
at an Elephant Star Balloon. Anyway, um,
I thought
so
that's what we were
Ryan.
talking about for the past 5 minutes. No?
Oh, it was, but we talked about everything except for the
It's the long
game. So
conversation.
yes.
Surprise, Don. You thought this was the Goblin Village episode. No, no.
It's the long conversation episode. Okay. All right. So Long Arc, Elephant Star Balloon, $8 on catalog. Ryan, now it's time. Tell us.
Now it's time for Made by Mepho. All right, Made by Mepho. Mepho makes Crankshot. And essentially, you are a pill named Crank. And the germs are out to get you. It's time to give them a dose of your medicine. So you can stay still to shoot or move to reload, and you try not to die. Got a few gifts here showing off the gameplay footage and looking fun at only $3. Goodness gracious.
Wow. Staying still to shoot is such a stressful mechanic in games.
Totally. I
I
see
I
that.
like it.
I
Yeah.
see that in these gifts. That is very interesting.
Days till to
Cool.
shoot.
Cool.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
All right.
Ultimate
So
crank
that's
shooter.
yeah, that's
All right.
Crank Shot by
I feel
Mepho.
like
And it's
I feel like
re-
Mepho is going to be Miphoed if we don't talk about this for another 5 minutes. No, nothing.
That's how
Okay.
life goes. Next up
All
is
right.
Pastry Cranker by Leo Tayat. It is, or Teo. It is $5. And this is a huge departure from our previous games we've mentioned. This is a chill, idle game about pastries. It's nice of you to visit your grandma during vacations. You offer your help at the family pastry shop, and maybe you can complete your very own cookbook. But don't worry, you won't have to do all the hard work by yourself. It's not complicated. All you need to do is crank and bacon. So
Crank bacon?
is crankin' baking.
Oh, baking. Okay. I
Yes,
thought you meant like slivers of pig meat.
there might
Gotcha.
be. I don't know what type of
Um,
pastries we got here.
what do you guys think about this set of mechanically retracting arms on the baker? That
I
has me
I think
mesmerized.
I think
Inspector
it's cute.
Gadget vibe. Yeah.
And I would like to point out that the game is available in English, French, German, and Tagalog. Very
Tagalog.
cool. Exactly
Uh,
what I did not say. Um,
actually, number 47 this episode.
yeah. Hey, Ryan, would you like to take over everything that I say from now on? Um,
I'm giving that
so,
vibe, aren't I? I'm so sorry. That was really bad. I just wanted to be respectful of
no,
that language
I
from the
mispronounced.
Philippines. I
Yes,
I
I
was near dear friends with a Filipino family growing up, and so I actually know what that
know,
word is
know how
pronounced
to
like.
pronounce things. You know
Yes,
what?
well, that thing,
That's fantastic.
not many things.
Well, I appreciate that. Um, so Pastry Cranker, $5 on catalog by Leo Teo, right?
The
I've got a
world
shoulder
may
shrug on
never
that one.
know.
That I did. I was expecting it actually. Didn't receive it. Okay. Um, on
I'll
to
work on actually number 48. I'm sure before the
okay. Get
episode's
ready.
over, it'll happen.
Who wants to take this so I don't get actually?
It's probably my turn for an actually,
Go
so why
for
don't
it.
I do it?
My
Super
dog's gonna
Agent, made by Resolve Productions. You run, jump, and collect coins in this epic 3D platformer. Your mission is to find gems across different levels. And Resolve Productions also made another game. I don't know what it is. Maybe this is my actually coming. Here, P Racing, developer of P Racing, got it before the actually, which was an outstanding technical achievement at the Community Awards in 2023. We got a Rupert Cole soundtrack in here. We got a catalog card and artwork by Ray. Um, and some sound from freesound.org. But aside from that, all that sounds really exciting. Looks amazing. Like there's really some 3D boundary pushing going on here. You thought P Racing was boundary pushing. Boy, howdy. I don't know if there are any boundaries left to be pushed anymore after Resolve Productions comes out with this Super Agent game. Currently, it's 12 bucks, just released. Has sort of a forward runner vibe, but oh golly, Ned's that second GIF looks very Pilot Wings to me. Oh, that makes me excited. Are you guys Pilot Wings fans from the SNES?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Okay, there was only one right answer to that. You guys got the right answer. That's Super Agent by Resolve Productions for $12.
Okay.
Yeah, looks fun.
Then, you guys want to do this?
Sure. And then we should also mention if you missed it the first time, don't miss it this time. Jolly Chimp Champ by Drew Lobach is $6. It's a fun little puzzle game where you're cranking back and forth to move the monkey along the conveyor belts. And Escape the Arcade by Julie Bjornskov is $8. A really fun escape room puzzle game that we talked about a few weeks back when Escape the Board Game was released. So, highlighting some classic catalog gems.
Indeed. So catalog is actually highlighting these, right? It's not us doing the highlighting. I mean, we're reading them,
We're
but
highlighting
that's
their
all good.
highlights.
Okay, excellent. Just in case people were wondering why we were reading previously released games, that's a thing that's going on now. That is a lovely thing that Panic is
Yeah.
doing, highlighting some
Hmm.
previously released gems on catalog.
Indeed.
Okay, Ryan,
Ooh.
you know what time it is?
All right, it's time for on sale games. I get to read Goblin Village again by Stiminy. 25% off, $4 down to 3. Horrified Hector is another 25% off, another $3 game down from $4. We also have Spooky Squad, woo, 50% off, 6 down to 3. We got Skyward Battles, 14% off from 7 to 6. Crank Venture Capitalist, 3 to 2 at 33% off. Crank Casino, $5 down from 6. Penrose by Lisa Olson, 50% off down to one singular dollar. We've got Baito Fight, part-time Devil Hunter. From what is going on from $10 down to 3? 70% off. I think that's the first time I've seen a 70% off. Faraway Fairway from 9 to 5. Ooh, I feel like Dolly Parton. 44% off for that one. And Sato Light from 5 down to 3. 40% off. Dash Arena 2 to 1. 50% off. Resonant Tail 5 to 4. 20% off. Tartine Show 3 to 1. 67% off. Not quite 70, but getting close. Bomber Panda 2 to 1. 50% off. That last one was dramatic. How'd you guys like that reading of the 1,000 on sale games?
Very emotional.
It was quite the journey you took us on. Speaking of, are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's hoobity boop boop us into the season 2, week 6 games. Let us take you through another 3-act structure as we discuss the 2 games this week, which are starting off with
Blippo
Black Hole.
Plus.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
so starting
Yeah.
off with
Sorry.
Black Hole Havoc, and we'll follow that up with the long-awaited Taria and Como. Oh, gracious. Oh, wait. Let's start off with Black Hole Havoc. Black Hole Havoc is sort of a what is that like puzzle bobble game where you're shoot? Is that what it's called? Where
Bust a
you're
move.
bust a move.
Yeah,
There you
puzzle
go.
bobble.
Sort of
Bust
a
a move. Yeah.
bust a move-esque type of game with some variation to really
Frozen
make
bubble.
it a funzo game, in my opinion. Oh, well, that's spoiling my thoughts. Evidently, black holes are appearing all over the galaxy and wreaking havoc. Match the size of the black holes, aim your cannon, and avoid obstacles to eliminate the black holes and save humanity. So basically, you have sort of a meter, a health meter, if you will, a black hole meter. And if you get the black hole that you're shooting, like the bubble in Bust a Move, to be just the right size of the bubble that you're hitting, or the black hole that you're hitting, rather, then your health meter stays the same. But if you have it too big or not small enough. Depending upon the size difference, you will lose more of your health meter. Really interesting concept. I super loved it. And occasionally you will get some obstacles in the way. Also, like Bust a Move, you can bounce black holes off of the sides of the walls. They go into why that actually works in the game. Pretty great. It also has a number of interstitial cutscenes, which I'm going to go on a limb and say that while the drawing for these is, I'm trying to think of a diplomatic way to say this. It's a bit rudimentary in the drawing, but the animation, oh my goodness, this is some of the best animation I think I might have seen in the Playdate, which is a really interesting juxtaposition between the like sort of rudimentary art style, but super accomplished animation. Man, loved watching those cutscenes and very fun and funny. Even the animation that is on the sides of the main gameplay, like if you do something good, there's a number of different fun things that happen, like little guy will come out and do a break dance or like gymnastics routine or something. Or if you do something real bad, something unsavory will happen on the left hand side. And they're just these like little tiny animations. I loved that attention to detail. Um, so this is sort of a puzzly, actiony type game. In case I did not say already, this is made by Cosmic Bros, and it is part of the last week of season 2 of games. So there's a bit about my explanation of the game. Guys, please send me some actualies or tell me about your thoughts regarding Black Hole Havoc.
So Ryan, you were close to finishing the game not too long ago. Did you end up finishing it?
I did not end up finishing it. I got to into the mid 50s. I see here you got to make your way through 80 levels, but if I'm being honest, I was lucky to get as far as I did. I had a busy week, which I'll tell you why at the end of the show here. Suspense. But in the meantime, Dawn, did you finish this game?
I finished this game.
Hey, huzzah! Nice
Nice.
work.
Huzzah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was fun. The cutscenes were really entertaining. I loved the
Amazing.
animation. I
Yeah.
loved the story that was told, as silly as it was. And like Ryan was saying, that gives you nonsensical explanations for why things are happening or tries to make sense of them. And it was a lot of fun just to see what they were going to come up with next. And throws different mechanics at you as you go, which it was always a good time. It was definitely had some difficulty spikes. I think I mentioned in the Discord, like I was stuck on, I think it was level 29 for a while. Like it took me a lot of attempts just because there'll be these space tourists in the way, basically
Yeah.
obstacles in the way that you cannot touch. And I was just having such a difficult time not touching them.
Hmm.
But I think I didn't really mess with it, but I think there are some accessibility options. Did you guys mess with those? Like maybe you can leave your targeting on. I never
Hmm.
turned it back on.
Same.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay.
Although maybe so there was did you guys see this feature? Maybe this only happened to me because I failed on a particular level a whole bunch, but it said, "Hey, buddy, press the down button." And that sort of shot out like a ghost black hole and showed you the trajectory that it would take. But it didn't really do it. It didn't make you fail, but
Hmm.
it sort of helped you see, oh, okay, this is where it's going to go, and you can adjust your calibration based on where that went. Did you ever see that?
I noticed that like in the 70s, I think, like 71, there are these blocks that are sort of icy,
Yeah.
and I accidentally did it on one of those and never noticed that feature any other time. I was like, oh, that would have been nice to have back
Yeah,
on
same.
29.
I
Um,
tried doing it on a subsequent level, but it wouldn't do anything when I pressed
yeah,
down. So I'm
I,
assuming it was only because I failed a bunch. And it was like,
yeah,
okay,
I think
you
so.
obviously need help.
Yeah, that must be it. Because
Hmm.
I tried to do it another time too, and it didn't do anything. So I'm not sure what it requires to turn that on or off.
That's a great feature if it's an
Yeah.
accessibility feature, if you're failing a whole
Hmm.
bunch. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
cool.
cool.
and it doesn't make you do it. It's like, hey, you can press down, or you don't have to, and you can keep trying.
Hmm.
Yes, agreed. Great accessibility feature.
Did you guys notice the collectibles too? Like there's
Yes.
collectibles laying around? Yeah. Did you get
Hmm.
any of them or as many as you could?
No,
No,
not a
yeah.
one.
What are the collectibles? I think I was
It's like
missing those.
It's
random
the
stuff.
random detritus in some stages.
Huh.
There's like a movie ticket, an egg. Um, I don't know. Like I think there's maybe like 8 of them or 10 of them, and
Hmm.
I got more than half, but I didn't get all of them. The
Wow.
egg was the
Congrats.
first one where I was like, I'm not gonna bother trying to get that right now. I was just wanting to get through it. But it's fun because you can go back and get them, I guess. And it's
Do they
part
do
of
anything for you?
completing. Yeah, because there's different modes that will unlock if you 100% the game. And so I don't know what those modes are. I didn't look it up, but I know
Hmm.
that there's different modes that you can achieve. And so I do kind of want to go back and like get those other modes. And there's
Neat.
an achievement list. If you go into the settings, I think there's like, or a gallery maybe, there's like an achievement list, and that's one of the achievements I don't have.
Huh.
So I want to
Very
try and
cool.
get that. Like I like the
Yeah.
achievement hunting. There's not a whole lot of achievements, so it's not like you got to spend all day hacking away.
That gives the game some longer legs. That's cool.
Yeah,
So are those special achievements always located on the same level? Like could you go back and play that particular level only, or do
I
you have to
think
like
so.
go through the whole game and hope that they appear?
No, I think they're always there.
Okay.
But
Cool.
since there's only like 10 of them and there's 80 levels, I don't remember offhand what levels they're on
Yeah.
or if they're marked. I didn't go
Hmm.
through the level thing. Did you guys try the arcade mode at all or just
N
story mode?
No, I was busy working on story.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, the arcade mode's cool. I waited until I finished the story, but it's basically just like a marathon mode. Like you're just collecting black holes as long as you can until you lose. And it's sort of like a three strikes you're out in a way. In the regular game. Like if you miss enough times in a row, then you're gonna fail the level. And it's sort of that way in arcade mode. So you're kind of just going for the biggest combo. And it's fun. Like it's a different type of challenge because generally you're just trying to clear the screen. And in this, you're clearing a bunch of screens and just keep going. So it's a different vibe. And it was really fun. And there's leaderboards online for it too. So it made me want to just keep playing that like it was just a different feel and something different to do.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, give it
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah, this is a great game. Like I said, I think I'm mid 50s right now, and it's I had a ton of fun doing it. There's enough variation, and I thought there was a real nice steady ramp up in difficulty. I didn't feel like they were huge difficulty spikes. Yeah, there's a level or two where I had to try a few times, but it wasn't a unreasonable amount of times, I felt. I felt like I could complete all the levels max half a dozen tries or something like that. What were you feeling like on that difficult spike in 29-ish, Dawn?
I definitely got kind of stuck there, but it was like I could reach each bubble, but I couldn't do it all in one run. Like
Uh-huh.
I couldn't make it all happen at once. That was the challenge. So
Hmm.
I knew that I could make it all work. It was just a matter of getting it all to happen at once.
Yeah.
And so it was me versus me. It wasn't the game. It wasn't the game's fault in a way. And as soon as I got it done, I blew through another 30 stages before I was like, "Oh no, I'm having trouble with this one again." There was one that it was a puzzle where I didn't really understand where I needed to hit to solve the puzzle. There were two black holes in the center above an ice cube, and I was like, I don't even know how to hit that. And I kept trying and trying and trying. And then I posted on the Discord, like, I have no idea how to do this. And as soon as I posted that, I figured it out. So I deleted the comment. I was gonna ask you guys, did you guys use the crank or the buttons?
I
Buttons.
use I use crank only.
Oh, interesting. I tried using the crank and felt like it was not for me on this game.
Okay. I started with crank and then used buttons for I did the crank for like 3 or 4 stages and then used buttons the rest of the time.
Hmm.
I don't know. I saw people on
Cool.
Discord saying that they preferred the crank, but
Hmm.
the buttons just felt good, so I didn't really feel a need to try the crank again.
Yeah, same. Cool. Nick, any thoughts about Black Hole Havoc?
Well, I spent most of you all's discussion with my internet down, so I don't know exactly what you
Oh
said.
no. I could see you the whole
But
time. Oh.
well, that's good. Was I was I moving or was I just a static image?
That's why you looked
Because
so very attentive the entire time.
that is, yeah, I had the eyes painted on. Um, so yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was a fun twist on Bust a Move or
Mhm.
Puzzle Bobble, and I liked the ability to crank up or down your bubble size. I thought that was a clever way to change up the mechanics for a 1-bit display. Um, and yeah, overall, I thought the difficulty ramp up was pretty smooth. I did not finish the game, but I got a ways into it, and I was always enjoying the story and the art. And the thing that stuck out the most to me is that they used the same Creative Commons Zero licensed sound effect for starting uh, the game that I use in Silver Falls
Oh, that's
for
cool.
starting the game. Yeah, it's, it's the exact same noise. So I was like, hey, I know that one.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, it fits well here too. So all works out.
Good old
Um,
free sound effects.
mhm. Um, so yeah. Uh, other than that, I don't think I have much to add. I'll have to go back and listen to this episode to see exactly what you all
How
said.
wrong we were.
Um, right. And I'll add those to correction corner for next
Perfect.
time. Overall, fun game, and give it a go if you have season 2.
All
This is the
right.
first game where I was like, I would love DLC for this. Like, I got through the 80
Mm.
levels and I was like, okay, I really enjoyed that, but I'd be down for 100,
I need even
150.
more.
Yeah, I'd be down to keep going.
And all those
And
cutscenes too,
the
man, keep them
cutscene's so
coming.
good. Did you have like
Yeah.
a,
Yeah.
I know you didn't finish it, but like, I don't know if you had favorite cutscenes or anything, because there were a bunch of cutscenes that I was like, oh man, these are so good.
Every
I was
one of them.
impressed. Yeah, with the smoothness of the animation and the way that everything kind of flowed. It's quite different from a lot of other Playdate intros and
Mhm.
animated little interstitial things. So I was very impressed with that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Did you
Yeah.
guys see
Mi-
the have you seen the real faces of the main characters? Did you get that far?
No,
Okay.
it did
No,
not come in the 54 or
Okay.
5 levels that I've done.
spoiler, Don.
Small spoiler. Well, I didn't tell you what they look like, but
Spoiler shame. All right. Well, we should probably wrap up this discussion and talk
yeah.
about the second game, which
Yes.
is, like we said, the long awaited Taria and Como. My gracious. It was worth the wait, I gotta say. This is made by Popseed Studio Inc. and JuVee Productions. So Atari and Como is a physics-based puzzle platformer where movement is built around swinging instead of jumping. Play as Taria, a young girl with a prosthetic leg, as she rescues her little sister Como in the midst of a world that constantly underestimates her. So this gameplay is sort of platformer based, but you are using this swinging mechanic that I just flippin' loved. I felt like this animation was so silky smooth. In my opinion, the buttons, I feel like I'm going to get flack from this, from about this from Nick, because the jump button is not A. The jump button is B. But once you learn these mechanics of aiming your robot pal and swinging around and being able to swing and get your momentum up or jump off walls or there's just so many mechanics that it sounds like it would be overwhelming and difficult in the face of enemies. But what I like is that it takes you through the mechanics in a slow and methodical way, enough to where I did not feel overwhelmed learning them. And there's no enemies to contend with. So I felt like, and I'm real interested to hear what Don has to say about this one, because I feel like this is a real chill platformer. And I know Don is into the chill games. I felt like I just wanted to keep chilling and playing and swinging and making my way through these little platformy puzzles they created for us. So, with all that said, I'm going to popcorn Don and see what Don's thinking about this one. Don, I can't wait to hear your thoughts about Taria and
All
Como.
right. All right. Did you guys finish this one?
I did not.
I did not.
Do you know what chapter you got to?
I'm on three.
Okay. So I'm on 7 out of 8. So I'm right near the
Okay.
end. And
Okay.
I'm on a so I'll say this. You get to a section where there's like Spider-Man swinging, where you're doing long
Oh,
swings
wow.
and you can slow down and then
Uh-huh.
like attach to something else to make a long swing, slow down, which is what I was like the whole game, that's like kind of what I wanted. I was like, "Oh, let's get this mechanic in there. Like I want to
Mm.
see her swing because there's a couple times where you can swing and make a huge leap earlier in the game
Yep.
and
Yep.
it feels really good, but you can basically like clear the whole stage in one swing
Yep.
if you do it right. Or at least I kept doing that maybe by accident or something. So I don't know if I was missing stuff. I wasn't really going for collectibles on this. I was just like, okay, we were recording soon. I gotta get through it. Anyway, so I get to chapter 7 and I'm doing the Spider-Man thing. And then I got to a point where I couldn't figure it out. Like I couldn't I couldn't complete it. I couldn't complete chapter 7.
Mm.
I would get close to, I knew where the touch point was where I need to attach, but I couldn't figure out how to swing up and grab it. And
Hmm.
I got a little frustrated. It is a pretty chill game, but it was definitely, and even getting to that section was difficult. Like it was pretty challenging because there isn't enemies, but there's like this black slime or something that you can't touch. I'm
Mhm.
guessing you guys would have seen it by now. I think
Is
Oh
it's,
that
yeah,
the like the
it's in
mossy stuff on the ground?
yeah,
the
Yeah,
moss.
yeah.
beginning. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot more of it later in the game. And you really have to be very precise with your swings to avoid it. You can kind of see the very bottom GIF is chapter 6 or 7. It's very close to that section. And underneath that is all this dark stuff. At the same time, you notice how like pretty the background is. And like there's a lot of cool stuff in the background and like the game is engaging the whole time, but it's hard to enjoy it while you're like really trying not to touch that black stuff because you have to be so precise. Anyway, um, I was kind of hoping for more puzzles instead of just like, all right, get my body into a general area and then just attach to something. Like I don't even really care what, just stick and attach, and then I can just plan my next swing. I was kind of hoping for some kind of like, okay, keyhole where I'm aiming it perfect, and then I lock into something and something happens. I don't know if you guys got to unlocking doors, but okay, no, they're shaking their heads. There's a little bit of like mechanic where you're unlocking doors with your little hospital robot, but it doesn't go very deep into that. I would have liked that would have been a little more interesting. There's also something that you guys haven't seen where you're pushing buttons. Again, not a whole lot of that. And again, I'm like at the very end of the game, so I don't think they're going to be all of a sudden using this stuff a whole bunch right at the end. Um, that to say, it all felt really good. Like Ryan was saying, like it feels good. I just wish they would have used it more. There's like, did you guys get the vine cutter?
Not yet.
Okay, you're probably right before getting that. That's really cool. Didn't use it very much.
Hmm.
So it's like cool ideas. I just wanted it to go a little bit further. I don't know. Nick, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I would echo what you're saying. I haven't played obviously as far into the game as you have, um, but I was expecting more puzzles than what is in there. That's just incorrect expectations, I think,
Yeah.
of the game. I did have a couple of critiques, and I was curious if you all had experienced these and if the accessibility option actually takes care of this problem. But the frame rate dips are extreme, especially as you're leaving stages. It drops down to like maybe 2 frames a second
I was
or
wondering
lower.
if I was wondering if that slowdown was on purpose as you leave a stage,
Yeah,
because
it
yes,
didn't
that
bother me.
happened consistently for me, but it was just as I was exiting the doorway and sort of a
Hmm.
transition. So maybe it was supposed to happen as you were exiting, if we're all
It could be.
consistently getting that in the same
I
spot.
I experienced a few in gameplay as well, not that extreme, but it uh, felt odd. Um, that said, the game does demand some dexterity, but it's not extreme. I've played many other games that have swinging as a mechanic like this. Um, Not quite in the same way. I like the fact that you can extend and the uh, hospital bot kind of attaches to these swing points, and it's really quite intuitive and easy to make that happen and
Hmm.
extend out to the length that you need it to using the crank as well. Once you're attached, you can drop down. The fact that you can attach in midair is also really helpful, that you can kind of do a time stop and throw it out there, or time slowdown. But yeah, I found myself wanting more of some kind of action as I played through the stages. So um, it was unclear how many stages I needed to go through in order to make it to the next chapter as well. Um, so I, I don't know if I just wasn't in the right headspace or what, but I had kind of a hard time connecting with the mechanics of this game, just kind of on a base level. But I did definitely enjoy what I've seen so far of the story. I'm really looking forward to playing more and experiencing more of the game, just to find out what happens. But yeah, those are my basic thoughts.
We haven't really touched on the story of Taria and Como, which is the fact that there are these two sisters who are trying to free their parents from an evil corporation. And there's a number of character traits that you don't typically see in games. So these are African American sisters. I love the fact that we've got a non-white system of characters here. We also have the main character who has a prosthetic leg. The younger sister also has some tics that she's dealing with that come out in her speech with her sister. So there's a lot of stuff coming to light here that I really love that this development team is highlighting and working into gameplay. The prosthetic leg gets changed in a certain spot, and then you're no longer as adept as you once were. I'll try to leave it at that, not spoil it too hard.
Hmm.
And then in terms of story, Nick mentioned a hospital bot, which is a bit of a spoiler in and of itself. So you start out with not a hospital bot, your own
Don
personal bot.
Don mentioned it before I did, so
And
I felt okay about it.
so
So,
so
Thank you for actually me though, Ryan.
so
I
so
appreciate it.
you're all spoiling things is what I'm trying to say. But what I was mentioning, going to mention, is that your original bot, which you lose at chapter 3, is I really felt like, oh gosh, I want to see them again. I want to reunite, and I was invested in seeing this story forwarding so that I could figure that out. Again, I'm only in chapter 3 of 8 right now, and I feel like there's a lot more game left to play. I'm really looking forward to it and looking forward to more story. So just wanted to sort of bring to light some of the storytelling that's happening in this. It's not just a uh, Bionic Commando platformer. It feels extraordinarily different from that to me, both in terms of gameplay and storytelling.
yeah, no, that's a good point. I want to see more of this type of thing on the Playdate. These type
Hmm.
of large narratives. We don't have a whole lot of this, or
Yeah,
or deeper narratives.
season two's been pretty great about that. Things
Yeah.
like the whiteout and this, Um, but yeah, Bionic Commando, totally different movement mechanic. There's absolutely no jumping. in that you've got a rigid angle that your arm fires at, either forward or up or at an angle, and this can move in an arc, so it's quite different, and it feels really nice, that mechanic.
The plot synopsis says you have a meddling health bot, by the way.
Spoilers.
Anywho, which by the way is my least
Actually,
favorite part of the whole game. I hated that the health bot. I found it really irritating.
are you talking about the secondary one or your personal one?
The secondary one, Dr.
Okay.
Brixie.
Yeah,
I really liked the sisters. I liked all the characters, really. But except that health bot. I hated the health bot.
I that's by design though. They did their
Yeah,
job
I know,
well.
but it was still irritating. You still spend a lot of time listening to it.
I thought it was so pitch perfect that they're a part of this unsavory corporation, and not
Yeah.
only are they talking to you with this sickeningly sweet dialogue, which
Condescending.
yes, which makes you not like them, but at the same time, there's this like slightly discordant music behind you as all this is playing, so it all feels like it's not above board. And speaking of the oh gosh, speaking of the Taria and Como soundtrack, I wanted to mention that the soundtrack is available. Why don't we go ahead and include a link to that? Can I toss this in here
Yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah, the music was
include
good.
that in the show notes? Because that's another spot that I thought really sung in this game. I mean, I was blown away by this experience, to be quite honest with you. Graphics, music, gameplay, storytelling, all of it was just hitting on all cylinders for me, and I was flabbergasted. This felt like such a complete and well-rounded experience to me.
Well, we didn't mention it, but I love the music in Black Hole Havoc as well.
Agreed. Yes.
And very different than this game, but yeah,
Not
I
sure
did
if they
like that.
have a soundtrack available online. If they do, boy,
I
howdy,
don't
let
know.
us know.
All right, we'll do.
Okay, cool. Well, at the risk of running this show any longer than it's already gone, should we talk about our season two rankings?
Yeah, you guys go ahead.
Okay, uncharacteristically, I'm actually ready. So I am going to mention that Black Hole Havoc landed at number 4 for me, and Taria and Como landed at number 1. I feel a little odd in saying that because I've only completed, it sounds like, maybe roughly nearly half of the game, but my experience so far has just really wowed me. So, Tari and Como is my new season 2 number 1 game. Black Hole Havoc number 4. Nick,
What's your overall, Ryan?
you want the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right, number 12, Wheel Sprung, 11, Autos Galactic Groove, 10, Shadowgate PD, 9, Tiny Turnip, 10, 8, Catch a Diablos, 7, Long Puppy, 6, Chance's Lucky Escape, 5, Fulcrum Defender, 4, Black Hole Havoc, 3, Dig Dig Dino, 2, The Whiteout, 1, Taria and Como.
Very cool. Okay. Mine, number 12, Tiny Turnip. Number 11, Fulcrum Defender. Number 10, Wheel Sprung. Number 9, Long Puppy. Number 8, Catch a Diablos. Number 7, Black Hole Havoc. Number 6, Autos Galactic Groove. Number 5, Taria and Como. Number 4, Dig Dig Dino. Number 3, Chance's Lucky Escape. Number 2, Shadowgate PD. And number 1, The Whiteout.
Very good.
Solid
My
list.
Mine number 12, Long Puppy, 11, Shadowgate PD, 10, Taria and Como, 9, Chance's Lucky Escape, 8, Fulcrum Defender, 7, Wheelsprung, 6, Catch Diablos, 5, Auto's Galactic Groove, 4, Whiteout, 3, Tiny Turnip, 2, Dig Dig Dino, and number 1, Black Hole Havoc.
Whoa, Black Hole Havoc rocketing to the top.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I loved it.
Cool.
So where's Blippo going?
Blippo is in a ranking all of its own. I would say
Okay.
It's number 1 in
it's
Nick's heart.
it's number 1 in my heart. I wish you all would get on the Blippo train with me, but yeah, I've been keeping up with that, and very excited to continue beyond this season 2 end date here.
Indeed. And remember that Nick's
Pretty
Blippo
exciting.
updates will be happening for the next, what, 5 weeks? Is that right, Nick?
Yeah, I guess 2 episodes, right?
That's true.
um, so, yeah, very, very exciting, guys. I know that we're wrapping up the show, but I wanted to tell you we got a call on the Bingo's tip line.
No, really?
We did, and I had my settings all messed up, and so they couldn't actually leave a message. But I have
No.
I've written down what they said. Can I read it to you all?
Please.
Okay. Hey guys, I just wanted to leave a message. This is Jason Martin, not the one that went to high school with Ryan. Although there is a bit of a connection.
Huh.
Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm leaving this message correctly, but I may try to call back soon.
Boy,
That's it.
that's suspenseful. What?
It
A
is.
connection? A
Yeah.
connection. I'll call back later. All right, Nick, get those settings right so Jason Martin can call us back. Do it
They've been
real.
updated. So
Okay.
I've been receiving a ton of spam calls, and they're all for the same thing. And so I was trying to get a hold of the spammers, and I was not able to. Anyway, all that said, Jason, please call back. I have adjusted my settings, and now you will be able to leave a message.
Color me intrigued, Jason Martin. Please call back.
You've done the work. You've really intrigued us all here.
All right. Before we start rattling off our contact information at the end of the episode, I do have a little announcement I hope you won't mind me mentioning. So I am going to be exhibiting my books at Comic-Con International in San Diego, California, coming up here at the end of July. So San Diego Comic-Con dates this year are, oh gosh, let's see. I think it's July 24th through the 27th, July 24 through July 27, 2025. That's at the San Diego Convention Center in downtown San Diego. If you got your tickets, great. If you don't, I'm sorry. There's just a wicked process for attaining those tickets. But with that said, if you are going, I would love to see you. I'm at table P15, P15 in the small press pavilion. That makes no sense if you look at the big aisle markers up top, but if you go to the back of the 1800 aisle, that's where you'll find me. So I would love to see any Hello Playdate podcast listeners there. I'll have some free high fives for you, and who knows, maybe something else. But anyhow, hope to see you there. If not, you can always find my stuff at elephanteater.com.
Very good. Yeah. Should be fun.
Well, thank you for allowing me that brief mention, guys. So that probably brings us to the fact that you can listen to us on playdatepodcast.com. You can also find us on the Blueskis. That's helloplaydate.blueski.social. We're on YouTube. That's at Hello Playdate Podcast for the YouTube. Email us at helloplaydatepodcast@gmail.com. And if your name is Jason Martin or anyone else, you can call us on the Bingo's tip line, 724-BINGOS1, 724-246-4671. Nick's got those settings all massaged out now. So give us a call back. Let us know what's going on with you. Solve that mystery you started. We're waiting on it. Anyhow, 724-BINGOS1 will get you the Bingo's tip line, and hopefully we will hear some audio next time. I've got my fingers crossed. And as we mentioned, this is the last week of the season 2 Playdate games, which means we are heading back into fortnightly territory. We are no longer in our weekly release schedule, and it also means that we have a pick of the week coming from Don. Don, you want to tell us about your pick of the week?
Yeah. Thank you all for following along and doing our weekly shows with us. That was really fun. But I am looking forward to skipping a week now and then. And so we will be following up with the game Vexbox by Ocean and Vex in 2 weeks. It's currently $3 on catalog right now. You will need your reading glasses. The text is very small, but oh, also it supports Playdate achievements. If you don't know what those are, there will be a link in the show notes. I highly encourage you to install the Playdate achievement app on your device. Get those achievements. It's a whole lot of fun. It really adds a lot to this game. So chase down those achievements, and we'll talk about it soon.
Au
Cool.
revoir.